Greetings, everyone. I am so happy you joined me on the second to the last Tuesday in 2020. I want to show you what came across my desk the other day. I thought this was very interesting. I thought it was interesting, but then I ignored it until 3:33 that night, which is when the divine wakes me up because 3 is my number. And that flash, it was like a neon light. It just flashed in my mind. It was like January 1st, 2020 to December 31st, 2020. And then I realized that what is most important about this is not the dates, but this right here. Some people will look at 2020 like this. They just want to cross it off their experience and they want to get rid of 2020. And I understand that. And I think that that's very natural given everything that's happened. I also think there's an opportunity for some healing. So what we ultimately want is this: to be able to look back on 2020 with a deep sense of compassion and understanding. What we really want, don't you love my artwork? What we really want is to see from January 21st to December 31st, January 1st, 2021 to December 31st, 2021 with a big heart. So I thought on this second to the last Tuesday in December in 2020, we would talk about something that I believe will be talked about for many, many, many centuries to come. I do think that 2020 will be an interest to historians 100 years from now. They'll be studying us. How did we do? What happened? Oh my God, so many people. So I want to talk about something that the Western mind resists and has misunderstood. And I want to talk about something that Americans don't really want to talk about. However, the wisdom comes from the ancient sages and mystics and shamans and yogis thousands and thousands of years ago. And the topic is perfect for today. The topic is karma. Karma has a bad rap in America. Most people, I will hear people say in a difficult situation, oh, well, I had bad karma, or bad karma happened here, or what. But karma is neither good or bad. It's neither positive or negative. It just is. In fact, it's the law of cause and effect. Dr. Ernest Holmes writes, karma is the law of cause and effect, the compassionate dynamic through which we learn to create responsibly. It's neither good or bad. And when we choose the cause, the choice includes our choice of the effect. So we are standing on the brink of a whole new year, and we can choose the effect by putting into the law of karma what we want. Things that the individual sets in motion through the law ultimately swing back to the thinker, Dr. Ernest Holmes. So as we look to 2021, let us set into motion the most absolute natural way of living, which is to live, move, and have our very being in harmony. Harmony is the heartbeat of Taoism. It's the very heartbeat that Lao Tzu was talking about. Taoism is the ancient teaching of the natural way of living. When we live in harmony, we become aware of nature's patterns, and that's what we're being asked to do. And that's about the only positive of COVID is many of us have slowed down enough to begin to tap into our natural rhythms. We live in a world that is constantly evolving. It's never not stopped. And as we prepare to co-create our 2021, We can move from chaos to calm, sorrow to joy, and shame into respect. The truth is, in 2021, we will all have love-filled, happy moments. And the truth is, in 2021, we will all have clunky, tough moments. To stay in harmony through it all is to understand that life here on planet Earth is a continuous unfoldment, moment by moment, that makes up the dash that we're talking about. None of it is good and none of it is bad. It is all life unfolding in exactly the way it should. 11 years ago, I put out to the universe that what I wanted was a four-legged dog, and the dog had to be soft. I didn't care what kind. It had to have a beautiful face, and it had to be codependent and kinesthetic. So didn't take long, but Dewey must have heard the message, because Dewey came into my life 11 years ago as the most beautiful, wonderful, codependent, kinesthetic companion that I have shared moment by moment every day with, every day. Last week, it really was a privilege, but it was a tough, tough moment. We actually had made the decision to send Dewey on his way. So over the years, Dewey would be laying on my bed, and he's a cocker, so he had really thick ears. Cockers have really long, thick ears. So he would be laying on my bed. I would go in, get ready, get dressed, and then I would come out and I would lift up his ears and I would say, "I love Dewey, I love Dewey." And he would wiggle and we'd kiss, and it was just a moment of ritual. So last week, when it came time to put him down, the vet came to our home and she gave him a shot, and she said he's really going to start relaxing. And he did, and I held his head. And then she said, now I'm going to give him the second shot, and this is what will send him on his way. So just as she was putting the shot in, I was holding his head and I lifted it up his ears, and I said, "I love Dewey, I love Dewey." And he took his last breath. Now, is that a bad thing? Was it sad? Oh, but was it bad? No. Was it good? No. It was just a moment in time. It had to happen. And so we will have rough and tough times, and we will have moments of pure joy. So as we design 2021, let us do so consciously, mindfully, joyfully, and it's all up to us. And the process to do this always is in our thinking. Always. We all know this. Karma reminds us that there's always a cause to any effect in our daily lives. So why not design it consciously? Lao Tzu once wrote, "Watch your thoughts, they become your words. Watch your words, they become your actions. Watch your actions, they become your habits. Watch your habits, they become your character. Watch your character, it becomes your destiny." So it is through our very thinking that we create our destiny. So besides being a religious science minister all these years, I have also been, I'm a certified timeline counselor and a hypnotherapist. I have designed questions that I call karma questions for my students and my clients for end of year, beginning of new year questions. If you are interested in these questions, please email me at jody@dailyspiritualpractice.com and I will send you the questions. They're questions that will help you get clear. First of all, release 2020, which is something you really want to do. And there will be questions like, looking back on this year, What was the most memorable event? Well, for me, it would be releasing Dewey so he could go play in the spirit world. It also was the toughest decision, but it was the right decision. What was the smartest decision you made in 2020? For me, it was to become the senior minister at the Center for Spiritual Living in Boulder Valley. What is it for you? Questions such as, what would make your 2021 a banner year? What causes will you support in 2021? There's many pages of these questions, and I would so encourage you to just let me know if you're interested. Jody at dailyspiritualpractice.com. For those of you who know me, you know that I really recommend spending at least 9 minutes a day hanging out with the very source of your being. And these questions will help you. Paramahansa Yogananda once said, "You are the master of the moments of your life. You are the master of the moments of your life." May every moment of 2021 be filled with mindful consciousness awareness that you are an individualized expression co-creating your karma. That's a privilege. If stuff happens and it's not easy, don't blame yourself. Just know what's happening. I wish you all a wonderful holiday, Christmas holiday. I know it's different this year, but it is what it is. So God bless you, and I'll see you next week.